In high school, somewhere in your grades, third highest average in your grade, you got 89.69%. Graduated high school, like I mentioned, with 8 distinctions, averaging over 80% of 8 subjects. Graduated with a distinction for BSc Chemical Engineering from UP. Mentored first year chemical engineering students. Currently process engineer in the petrochemical industry. Newly appointed chairperson of Junior Engineers Forum. And this year you've completed your first High Rocks event. And then you'll be running a marathon soon. You're a junior and boys hockey coach in high school. And first team girls hockey vice captain 2018 and captain 2019.
But one thing I've noticed about myself is I'm a high performer when I'm busy.
Yeah.
So if I'm not busy, I procrastinate and I get lazy and I don't get things done actually. Like if I didn't do as much as I did, I actually don't think I would do as well.
It's emotional, like I heard about it. People like talking about it, like they're stressing about it. It's SWK.
Yo.
Okay.
Yo.
PTSD.
WK. Nah. That's where I was just literally. PTSD, like literally the minute you said it, I was like, It's funny that one comes up. Like I feel like there's not a specific field that really like grasps me in terms of I have to be there, but what I do in whatever field it is, like people and leadership, definitely.
That's where you are. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to P Squared Podcast. Today I have Shola Adelusi. Ma'am, welcome to P Squared Podcast.
Thank you.
Where I'm gonna embarrass you, but without wasting time, can you just pick 3 cards for me?
Okay.
And just give them to me. Don't look at them.
Okay.
Randomly. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So this is our moments.
Mm-hmm.
You'll know about our moments if you what is your favorite holiday and why?
My favorite holiday?
Yes.
I think Easter.
Okay.
I love Easter. Like, I think that's the one holiday where guaranteed the family gets together, and then also the public holidays around Easter make it so much easier as well. Like there's so many public holidays, so you go home and then like getting together with family and like all the events and stuff. Yes. Like this Easter was amazing. The amount of public holidays here this year. Yeah, no, loved it.
That's why I took my 2 weeks. So.
It's also just fun. I enjoy Easter.
So second one, what do you want to be when you grow up? This is actually funny because
Okay.
Yeah.
Like as of today, or what did I want to be?
No.
What do I want to be?
So you see, it's the kids version. So that's.
Oh, okay. If we talk about when I was a kid.
So now, let's talk now.
Oh, okay. What do I want to be? Yeah, that's a good question. I know for one.
Well, let me tell you something. Your mother said you are destined for great things. So think about it. Think about that.
That's sweet. I think I know whatever I do, I wanted to involve people and leadership as well. Wherever that is, I'm not really that picky. Like if they told you the story of how many different like type of jobs I've been interested in, and then now I'm in engineering.
Yeah, that's why that question I was like, that's very funny.
It's funny that one comes up. Like I feel like there's not a specific field that really like grasps me in terms of I have to be there, but what I do in whatever field it is, like people and leadership, definitely.
That's where you are. Okay. Describe your perfect day.
My perfect day. My perfect day looks like, okay, I sleep in, but at the same time still wake up early. Does that make sense? Like there was no alarm, but I'm up before 8. Okay. Like, and I rested very well. And then probably.
Oh, you're up before 8, then it means you can make it to park run. Okay. Yeah. Continue. Okay.
I still run, just not at parkrun. And then I'm loving running now, so I go for a run in the morning and then come back, probably go get a coffee at like Plato or whatever, then make a big breakfast afterwards, like get all those calories back. And then do nothing for a few hours, like really just take it easy. And then maybe like do something with like friends later, whether it's like a nice late dinner or late lunch or whatever the case may be. And then sit and watch TV the rest of the night and then go to bed.
Okay.
That sounds like a good day. Okay. Really good day.
Okay. So and for this one, I need one word answers, right?
Okay. Hey, you're asking for
What's your current mood in one word?
One word. Okay. I'd say happy.
Happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy.
Describe your high school self. One word only.
Keen.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Food.
Any food.
Food. That one I didn't even have to think about.
Yeah.
It's food.
Because as your mom or dad was like, you love food so much that they have to stop you. Like, wait, your stomach is about to explode now. So you got it right. Yeah.
I didn't have to do that.
Your spirit animal.
A dolphin.
Dolphin. Okay. Why a dolphin? Curious now.
Okay, I don't know if it's my spirit animal. I just like dolphins.
You just like
dolphins. Like,
okay.
They're super smart. And I love the water. I'm like, my dream is to live by the water one day. And, they're in the water. And they're so pretty. And they're like, they're nice.
Last one. One word your friends would definitely use to describe you.
One word they would describe me with. Yo. I don't know, hey? I'm like, there's so many, but I can think of like phrases. I'm trying to think of a word. Maybe, I don't know, outgoing or something. It's not the right word.
Outgoing.
It's not.
A general one that came out from three of them. Hard worker. Is it one word? Yeah.
What?
Hard worker.
Okay, yeah. I guess you can group it as one word, yeah.
And
nice.
Dedicated.
Okay, nice.
So, but okay. So let's look into the academics.
Yes.
Primary school, high school, one of your friends, like you've been consistent when it comes to academics. So is it something that you had to work hard towards, or you were just born smart?
I don't think I would say. I think I've always like they said, hard worker. I think I've always worked really hard and always really cared about my marks.
Yeah.
Like since the get-go, like it was never even like this said expectation from my parents, like you have to do well. Yeah. I just sort of set that standard for myself from the beginning, and then like, okay, cool, you're gonna do well, But I think there were definitely periods where I didn't have to do that much and still did well. I think when I was younger, I think with certain subjects, some just came a lot easier than others. Some took a lot of work, some really took a lot of my time, a lot of work. That's the only way that I got to the marks that I did, so it was very like case by case sort of situation, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you graduated high school with 8 distinctions. So anyway involved in a lot of things as well. So just trying to get, how do you maintain high academic standard while being involved in sports and art?
Yeah, in so many different things. Yeah, no, I did a lot.
You did a lot. We'll speak about it later. You did netball, you did dramatic arts, you hockey. Yeah, we'll get to that later.
I think the biggest part with balancing all of it, one thing I've noticed about myself is I'm a high performer when I'm busy. Yeah. So if I'm not busy, I procrastinate and I get lazy and I don't get things done actually. Like if I didn't do as much as I did, I actually don't think I would do as well as I did, because I think when I'm busy, it's a lot easier for me to say, okay, these are all the things that need to be done, so I can plan it. And when I do it, I'm really focused on doing that thing, you know? And I think I've always been okay with putting in extra time for things, you know, like, I mean, with all the extramurals and stuff, that's taking up your time, meaning now you have to spend a lot more time in the evenings and stuff, working and studying and stuff like that. And that's what it took sometimes, you know, was putting in extra time, which I didn't mind. I didn't really mind doing. Yeah.
Well, looking at your academics, why would you stress your parents and decide to do Zulu? Let's start there first. You choose Zulu as a subject.
Yeah.
And then when I had a conversation with one of my friends, it was like out of hundreds of students there was like only 4 students that decided to take Zulu.
Yep.
And then you were one of them.
Yep.
Why? No one at home speaks Zulu. And you decided.
So there was reason. There was reason behind it, right? For one, it was wanting to learn a native language other than Afrikaans, because it was Afrikaans and Zulu that were an option, right? And I've grown up speaking English my whole life. So I was like, it would be nice to learn Zulu, okay? And so that was one of the reasons. And then the other reason as well, where I thought, okay, you know, it would be fine, because my mom, when she was still, working in the office full time, she was around people who spoke Zulu, and they would speak Zulu, whether you know it or not, you had to speak Zulu. So conversational Zulu she had. So I was like, okay, you know, this can work.
She was like a big time when you come out with homework, it was like, now it's all like...
No, now it was like proper Zulu. Now it's not the Zulu you speak out there, you know. So it was very different. But a big part of it was trying to learn an African language as well. Yeah, that was a big part.
So what is it? Is in total you did 8 subjects?
Yes, I did 8.
And then so you managed to get a distinction in that Zulu. Okay. So,
till now, I'm like, wow.
Okay. Because I was thinking about, I was like, why? Okay. But when I had a discussion with everyone, like, no, she likes a challenge. That's why she might have took the subject. I was like, okay, I wouldn't do that to myself. Let's continue. So I tried to trim it down. I have 10. It's your credentials now. 10 credentials. So you tell me, after I list all of them, you tell me what I'm wrong or right. Okay. And then we'll unpack it as we go on, right?
Okay.
Okay. In high school, somewhere in your grades, 3rd highest average in your grade, you got 89.69%. Graduated high school, like I mentioned, with 8 distinctions, averaging over 80% of 8 subjects. Graduated with a distinction for BSc Chemical Engineering from UP. Mentored first year chemical engineering students. Currently process engineer in the petrochemical industry. Newly appointed chairperson of Junior Engineers Forum. And this year you've completed your first High Rocks event. And you'll be running a marathon soon. You're a junior and boys hockey coach in high school, and first team girls hockey vice captain 2018 and captain 2019. Why?
It's half marathon, but I want to run soon. Not a full one.
Oh.
Half marathon.
It's half marathon. Then it will come
to a marathon later in life.
Is it you who wanted to do this, or is because of the disease that is happening around it? Because I see people running now.
I didn't like running. And I came to Secunda.
It's a disease that's happening.
It's Secunda that did this to me. This is not from me. And now I've just caught the bug. Like, now I love it. I absolutely love it. Like,
yeah, this is what happens when the place doesn't have options for the youngsters to enjoy. Now they're running around.
I mean, it's like so positive. Well, gaining things from
it. You guys must move to Joburg or some other places so you can have other nice things. Well, okay, I'll look at that. Other one I was looking into, like your friend mentioned, like you always been like the smartest in your circle. How do you feel about that? Being the smartest in the circle all the time?
I don't know I think all the time in school, in high school, definitely. Varsity, different ball game.
Yeah. That was
different ball game, definitely. But in school, for me, it was like, it didn't matter because it's like, it's like, it was never a comparison factor for me, like, so how I felt about it, I mean, I was doing well. I felt very good about myself doing well, but in terms of how I felt in respect to my circle about that, like I had no
you didn't even think about it. Yeah. Okay. Man, one thing that's weird is your friend, high school, primary school, and then your friend varsity, they're procrastinators. And then there's you who doesn't leave things to chance. How do you guys be? I'm thinking about how when you have a group assignment, the other one's like, relax. And then there's you who wants to do it like 10 days, weeks before the submission. How do you balance that?
We complemented each other in that sense, because it's like, okay, we get this task and then, okay, I want to start with it and hop on it, So I'll start, and then the friend who procrastinates, later can come into it and they see it with fresh eyes kind of vibes. And they would have caught stuff. Because I also don't mind starting right at the get-go and then working right up until the end. I won't work till that midnight submission. I can't do it. It gives me too much stress. But I can work until, the day it's submitted. So it was like a balancing act, we help each other in that sense,
Okay.
Yeah.
Then considering your decision into pursuing a career, you had a roller coaster kind of lifestyle. You wanted to be a lawyer, a professional singer, a professional performer, and then you landed on chemical engineering.
Yep. How? It was actually I was going this way and then I went there. It was, so the whole singer thing, that was when I was younger. So prep school, I was like, I want to be a singer, right? Because I sang a lot in prep school and really enjoyed it. And I was like, this is the dream. And then I got to high school and I really got into drama and I was like, to perform would be great.
Yeah.
And then when did interior design come in? In grade 7, right? My mom and I used to watch these interior design shows all the time. All the time. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And I even did a job shadowing and all of that for that. And then grade 10 approached and then I was like, okay, let's look for something a bit more stable, realistic, but also something that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I mean, drama and history, I took both those as subjects. They also ignited that passion a bit, was law. And I was on law for a while. That's why in grade 10, I actually job shadowed a lawyer. We went to the high court. I watched the case going on and all of that. I was very dead set on law, right? And then my dad was like, Shola, please think about this, your law thing. Okay. And I was like, okay, let me think about it a bit. Because he was like, it is a bit of a saturated market and stuff like that. So you obviously it was coming from a good place that you want to choose something that they're thinking of security, choose something that you're the most secure in. So I was like, okay, let me look at everything else. So I literally would get out brochures from the different varsities, right? I went line by line, everything that was there. And I would like rule out everything that didn't interest me at all. And then I was left with engineering. And I was like, okay, now which one of these? Like, I don't even know what engineers really do. It sounds cool, but I don't know. And then I was like, okay, I like chemistry. So let's put chemical, and then so it's not really chemistry. But that's how I landed on it. And I was just so lucky that I loved it, because I was like, it's not like it was this passion from grade 8 or anything like that. But
so chemistry, you got into chemical chemistry, same line.
Yeah, I was like, those make sense together.
How did that work out for you?
Well, we did chemistry for 2 years at least. And then after that, like when we did the real chemical engineering in like third year, I was like, okay, so I just need to know that chemicals react. And that's it. Yeah. Like all that nitty gritty literally doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't.
At all. And I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, but okay. Let's do it. Chemical engineering, like I usually tell people, it's no joke. It's a demanding degree.
Yeah.
So what were some of the biggest challenges you faced, and how did you overcome?
I think the biggest...
I'll give you like a, let's see, like a moment, like your final year. Your friend was like, they didn't say exactly what it was, but we were like, you were juggling all the modules and there was a lot happening in your personal life. Yeah. But you managed. Yeah. you managed to pull through. So they were like, yeah, your dedication, that's when it came about, like, okay, this person. Yeah. Because I asked them a question, like, can you share a moment where like your dedication or intelligence like really stood out to you? Then that's when that came out. Yeah.
I think fourth year was definitely hard, because it was like, it took up so much time. And because one thing we all say a lot is third year is the most difficult in terms of thinking. Like the work is really, really difficult, but final year is just, it's so much and it doesn't stop. And like, it's just so many things happening. And then personal life with like friends and stuff, there was a lot of things just breaking down in that side. And it was just trying to deal with varsity with that at the same time was I think final year threw me, like that really tested me and my like dedication, like you said, and all those things, like how much can I now pull from inside to get going? And I think one thing I held on to was that, okay, my marks don't have to suffer because this is all happening right now. Like I've worked so hard and I've had this goal for such a long time, and I can actually get there because distinction was my goal. Yeah. And before fourth year, I actually wasn't hitting it like at all. Yeah. It was only in fourth year that I finally hit it. And I was like, I'm not going to lose it now because all of this is happening. And I think I also had really good support structures, like at the same time, even though there was stuff happening with other friends, like I still had my family, I still had other friends and stuff like that helped me when times were like really difficult. And I think I also learned how to like give myself grace a bit, like sometimes just understanding that, yes, there's this and this to do work, like varsity wise, but learning how to prioritize and being able to say, you know what, today I'm actually going to do nothing. Today I'm going to take a day to just like process everything that's going on and keep it moving after that. Okay. Yeah.
Then there's this module, like I heard about it. People like talking about it, like they're stressing about it. It's SWK.
Yo.
Okay.
Yo.
Which is the
SWK. Nah. That's where I was literally. The PTSD, like literally the minute you said it, I was like, that module took me for a ride. And the thing is, remember, we were in COVID at that time. Yeah. So we were doing SWK from home. And don't think that now you're at home and maybe some of the things are open book and whatever makes, if anything, it made it harder. It literally made it harder because for one, I remember they were trying to make the tests like difficult to the point that even if people try to like work around the system and cheat and whatever, you can't, right? So now you who goes into the test with good faith, you have to make sure that you are so ready for anything that can come your way. Like, no, SWK, I'll never forget when the marks came out, we were all together for our workshop module. That's basically where we go to a workshop and all of that. And the marks came out and it was so tense because half of the people are there like, they don't want to talk about it because you didn't make it. And then the other half of us are like, how did I pass? Like literally that's what SWK felt like. Like I made sure I went to every single tat and asked every single question I could ask because I was like, this is not going to threaten my degree, this module right here, because it threatens so many people's degrees.
Yeah, because a lot of people were talking about it on one of the social platforms. They were like, SWK, I repeated this thing 3 times. And then this girl got like the lowest mark and it was 75. I was like, now I have to know what this SWK is. It threatened like a lot of people. And then
no, it's just not, it's like, I don't even know how to explain this one. I'm even trying to remember what we did. I remember we did like moments and stuff like that. And it's like, what's so funny about SWK, once you get out of it and you look back on the work, it's like, I get it. You know, it's not even, but when you're being in the module, the way they test it, the way they explain the work, all of that, it's a really difficult one to grasp in one semester. Like to grasp all of that in one semester is, my word, it is difficult.
Well, thank God I'm not the UP student. Yeah, but this thing of like working hard, is it something that you say you got it from your parents, or you just like you're a unique person, like that's my thing? Yeah.
No, I think definitely from my parents. My parents are hard workers. Like my dad is an example. He has done his CA in how many countries? In multiple countries. And like because he's from Nigeria. And then one of the reasons he did his CASA is because obviously CASA is held up with very high regard. And then, I mean, with CAs, there's different legislation. In different places. So like if you at least have that CASA title, if you want to get employed anywhere, if you have that title, if you want to have a business or anything like that, it looks a lot better, even though you're still qualified with your other degree, you know. So he now did multiples of that. You know, my mom as well, both of them studied while they had kids, you know. So it was like, you take your kids to school, you go to work, and then in the middle of the night until maybe 3 a.m. you're busy working, you know. So I think that drive and that hard work definitely got passed through the bloodline.
There was this one moment you did mention was like there's a moment like you guys were traveling together, and then the question was more around you, like your personality, how you became so independent. Like when it comes to homework, they never had to help you out. Like you sorted out everything out. So I forgot what it was about. I was asking. But it was like, there was this one moment, like you guys were together and you just told him, like, sit there, like, I'm not a child. Then it was like, oh, this one. I was like, this child is telling me I'm not a child. I was like, okay. So it was there. I was like, even like your mom was saying, like in grade 4, grade 5, they knew like you were smart. But when she went for the awards and you're getting all these things, I was like, oh my kid is getting silver this, gold this. I was like, okay, I didn't know you that smart.
Like I knew, but like, that much?
Not that much, but okay. Well, like, okay. But fast forwarding varsity now. Graduated with distinction, like what strategy for someone like that is there or that's studying chemical engineering now? Like what strategies or habits contributed most to your academic success at university?
for one, go to the tutorials. I think I learned more from my tutorials than my actual lectures, definitely. So tutorials are so important. And then also consistency, because I don't know how many modules there were where by the time we had finished the first semester test, I was either very close to failing or was failing. And I was like, okay, what are we going to do now? But I think consistency is really important. Like my friends and I, there was one time where we would go to the library consistently every day, 8 p.m. We get there, we leave in the AMs, because during the day you have classes from like 7 to 4. Then you need a break. You need to go to gym or whatever, like just to get your mind right. But keep working on it even when it's not coming. Because like I said, I was not going to pass with distinction by the time I was in my third year. I was like a few percentages off, and it was really frustrating. And then I think final years when it all finally just like all the work went, it came together.
Oh, okay, very cool. Then when did you become the mentor to first years? Was it third year or fourth year?
It was now I'm confused, I think it was third year. Was it third year? Third year or second year, because we had this at the res I was at, there was this STARS mentorship program, that's what they called it. And then you would get a group of, so my group, it was engineers in general. They weren't even only chemical. And then, you would give them tips, help them out like with engineering and also just surviving varsity and all of that. I think it was third year. I'm quite sure it was third year. Yeah.
But like, what are the common struggles like the new students facing and stuff?
New students, I would say for one, it's just finding your feet. Like it's completely different. Like you walk into varsity and it's like, whoa, there's so many people, especially depending on like how big of a school you came from. Yeah. And it's a way different like pace in lectures and stuff, so trying to keep up with that. And then also like trying not to get too scared by what everyone's telling you, because they hear from all these people who have been through it before, like, hey, this one module and this one lecture and all of that, like all of that stuff kind of can get to someone. And then also like reminding them that your first test week does not define you as an engineer. Okay. Your first test week will be bad. It really, really will be bad. Like there's nothing you can do. It's one of those, I think that's something that a lot of people coming into engineering struggle with, because you can't get into engineering if you didn't do well in school. You had to do well in school, So it's like you're so used to doing so well, and then you come in and you get knocked by these tests, and it's like, what am I going to do now?
Now you're just bringing back some memories. You got traumatized the first test, but anyway. You are a balanced individual. You know how to work hard, and there's a fun part to it as well. But let's start first with the fun part before we get into your current life now, the working part.
Okay.
The fun part, what can you tell me about your 21st birthday party?
Oh, what a great day. No, it was like everything I could have dreamed of times 100. Like it was insane. Till this day, I'm like, bless my parents for making that happen. Like, oh my gosh, it was, we had the best time. We went to, so I knew I wanted to do like something like classy and have a lot of friends there. And I wasn't sure if I wanted like a dinner setup or whatever. And then eventually I was like, oh, a rooftop vibe would be cool, right? So now we looked at a bunch of restaurants that had private rooms and then places with like rooftops and stuff. And one day we took our chances in Sandton at the Leonardo. We were like, let's try here. And we went there and we went to the top. We were like, we're interested to view for an event and whatever. And they'd never opened it up for events. So we came at the right time because it was also reasonably priced at the time because it's like they've never done many events and stuff. And we went up there and we were like, wow, this is absolutely beautiful. So had it up there and it was like the view alone, I could have just been up there looking out at everything like the entire time. Like it was honestly so stunning.
Then the cake, what happened?
Oh, cake. So the cake, right? My best friend's mom made us this cake, beautiful cake, right? And so now we had it at the venue, and then we went to second location and we took the cake with us because there was already food and desserts and all of that at the venue. So now we took the cake to second location and whatever. So now in between transporting the cake from venue 1 to venue 2, I don't even remember who was holding it. And it just, things are crumbling, things are falling on the floor. There's cake on the floor. Now on the driver's floor, there's cake. So now we had this absolutely crushed cake by the end of the night. It was so funny, but it was a good cake. I think I fully remember someone like taking a piece.
Okay.
Out of it.
Let's see. How am I gonna put this one?
Okay.
Which one do you like more? Out of all, is it shows or is a person? You choose which one. Barbie, Tom and Jerry, John Cena, High School Musical. Wait, let's see.
Yo, you've like listed the top. Barbie, High School Musical, John Cena, Tom and Jerry. Yeah. And I'm gonna choose one.
Yeah.
My number one. That's hard. I think considering what I would still watch today, it would be Barbie.
Barbie.
Yeah.
But you even had a birthday party for the high school.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Eventful.
I still have the pictures of my Hannah Montana birthday party.
Oh, and then one of the fun moments was like before you guys moved into your house. It was like maybe like a flat like this or whatever. But when you have a house now, your mom was like, this kid is complaining about the stairs are killing her. All is complaining. And I was like, this is very ironic for someone who's running now, who's doing high rocks, goes to the gym. Like
I told you I like food.
Oh, so you eat is mess out. That's how you work.
Proper mass balance going on.
Okay, I see. I was like, okay. And then the other one was like in during Christmas, they gave like they had like gifts and all that on a tree, and then they said like for the Christmas gave you all this.
Oh my!
They were like. Your father said, like, I still have that legend.
I know.
And then you said, I know both of you have been for Christmas the whole time. Both of you have been for a Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. But you appreciate it.
I was like, I didn't want to hurt their feelings or anything because obviously they do this every year and they're so excited for us to open the present. Yeah. And I'm like, look, man, I'll keep playing along, but I know.
I'm old now.
Like,
I know what's happening.
Can we please stop pretending that I don't know exactly what's going on?
Okay. Yeah. I was like, this is a good one. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe they told you.
So this one, then the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna read the lyrics. You have to sing for me.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
That's how you like singing. That was one thing. You would climb on tables and sing when you were young. So let's see. You remember this song? It goes like with these lyrics. Yeah, Africa. Africa is my home. I'm black, proud, beautiful. You still remember it?
I don't think I'd be able to sing it. I don't think I can sing the song.
It's open mic. It's what do you call that thing? With like lyrics on the board or whatever.
Karaoke. Yeah.
There we go. I was like, this is gonna be a karaoke.
Are you gonna give me the lyrics?
I'm not giving you the lyrics. You should know.
I don't even know how the literal.
You saw how I was here trying to get the song and everything.
The thing is, literally, the only part of that song I can recall the melody for is where they say "Africa is my home."
Actually, I have one that you can try.
Okay.
One of your friends sold you out. The other one.
Oh my.
No, I'm kidding. Well, let's see. When I had a chat with Camila, there's Wings by Little Mix.
Do I even remember how that song goes? Yo. I can't believe she chose. I know exactly who chose that song.
You know.
I know exactly who it is. But I'm like,
yeah, because I was like, what is one thing that I'm gonna bring up and she will know definitely that's you. She was like, Little Mix. It is. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of the time. Oh my God. But they brought up such difficult songs because that is like, Greg, we're talking grade 7. I don't remember the words.
Hey, you
to that
traumatized
song.
them. So that's why you're like, yeah.
I really don't.
But okay, let's keep this one. So you tell me now, the current work. Now it's different rotations, so you just have to pick one. You pick the operations or the projects, but what does your day typically look like?
Operations was last year, projects is this year.
You choose which one you want to explain. The operations or you want to...
Let me explain operations because I think
it's more structured.
Yeah. I mean, pioneer come and I do what it is I had planned, but with operations, so coming in the morning, my plant's meeting was at 7:30, so I was usually in by like 7, just to run the tool and that. So it's to monitor the plant, tools that we have that help with monitoring, running those, interpreting them, and then also just checking stuff from the shift reports and from the previous evening, what happened and stuff like that could explain what I'm seeing. And then if anything's out of the ordinary, point that out in the morning meeting that happens at 7:30. And then I would usually, after the meeting, try find time to go to the plant as well, because sometimes what you see on Pi doesn't tell you a lot. You know, you need to actually be there. So going to the plant, seeing what's going on, also speaking to the guys like, hey, because, I mean, they operate the plant. They've been there since 5 a.m. They know exactly what's going on. Yeah. Speak to them. What are the challenges for the day and that? If there's anything I observe that's a bit of a concern, speak to the relevant people. Come back in the day. If it was my week to be running a bunch of the weekly tools, work on that. If not, work on any investigation. Sometimes that would mean sitting on the plant the whole day. Sometimes it means doing it from the office, you know? Yeah. And then in between meetings, whenever they are meetings, you know, also requests, if any requests come up, dealing with those. So basically like a unit engineer type of vibe.
Well, you've been here for a long time now. You're not someone just started. So, So what general mistakes do you see the young professionals make once they get into the industry? Professional and personal, remember. You choose which side?
I think on the professional side, so now in the office and stuff, is sometimes making yourself a bit too small. You know, like you think because you're new, you don't know anything and you can't make any contribution, but you can actually make a lot of meaningful contribution from the beginning. And it also does really well for you if from the beginning you come with that confidence because you studied, you know your stuff, you know, come with that confidence to work and also be very open to learn at the same time. Don't also come in and think that you know everything. You know the background, you know the theory. Now be open to learn the practical and bring your theory when you can, you know.
Super. Then the personal side, what do you do outside work?
Outside of work, when I don't go home, I do go home quite often. Like a month won't go by when I don't go home. So sometimes I stay stuff at home. But this side, it's like spending time with people close to me, running. That's also one of the things that appears quite a bit. Also just having to do adulting things. Like one day in the weekend is going to be devoted to like laundry and meal prepping and cleaning and all of that.
So with your time being like you've worked the same 1.5 years, like what's the exciting investigation or project you've worked on so far?
I think the most exciting so far has been last year. The plant I was at was going through a lot. They're really going through a lot.
Always goes through a lot.
They're still going through a lot. But they were going through so much, and that was the side of the factory that I was supporting.
Yeah.
And because of that, the questions came to me, and I really had to step into that role of responsibility for RCAs, for investigations, for speaking, giving feedback.
You did so good. You left a good impression there because I had people still come back and ask you questions and
yeah.
Okay. I was like,
till now I still get asked questions.
She's one of those EATs, I guess. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it was a lot. Like it took a lot out of me, a lot of my time, a lot of energy. Like by the end of the day, I was exhausted, because after the big incidents, I had to be on the plant every single day doing inspections and stuff and then giving feedback back on that. But the fact that there was trust in me to do that and do that well, because my feedback, it wasn't just to my lead, it was to my lead, it was to the senior manager, it was eventually, RCAs, now that's to the VP, it was to operations and that, and they really cared about the input I was giving, so I really liked the amount of value I was able to add while I was there. That was really, really great. I enjoyed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like I said, like when you started, you are a newly appointed chairperson for Jeff.
Yes.
Yes. What goals do you have for this?
So,
well, by the time this episode is out, she would have done some great things. Because it would have been 6 months later.
So. No, a lot needs to happen by then. A lot. But I think the biggest thing, and we've been saying it as a team, is like to really like set the tone for consistency and sustainable events. We want big events, we want to bring back big events.
Bring that conference.
That is the goal right now, is to really bring the conference back. I didn't get to experience the conference.
Oh, you were not here.
I wasn't here for the last one.
I did the conference with my team. So
you see, your team did it. I want us to bring it back and also like find out, how do we make this sustainable? How do we make sure when the next chef comes in, they're not breaking their backs trying to get it working, set it up in a way that's consistent and sustainable. Because from what I heard, the conference you guys pulled together, amazing. Like
chef's kiss.
Exactly. So that is the goal, is to
I was even telling the team, because I had to be there. Some of us had to be there the day before. On that day, I had to go Sasol place. I had to go Sentin City looking for things. I went to myself, I was like, I'm about to give up. Because like, I told him, was like, hey, we've been through a lot. Like, you can't give up now.
Yeah, exactly. It's the day before.
I was like, yo, it's a lot. I was like, going up and down, things that were supposed to be done a long time ago, depending on people, they're not.
Yeah.
So now you have to be the one on the rush. I was like, but
that sounds stressful.
By the end of the day,
it all worked out. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we're hoping to pull off, So we're in the process. We were only announced very recently, and you still need to do all of the admin and all of those things so that we can really get that ball rolling. So no, we hope to be a memorable year.
Yeah. And then one thing I asked one of your friends, like you usually thrive like when you're in a leadership roles. I asked you earlier, like where like next year or a few years was coming for you, then like, okay, as long as it's in leadership roles and can impact people and all that. So yeah. And then was like, you thrive in like the leadership roles, but what contributes more to it is your empathetic and strategic nature, besides being confident and well spoken. So yeah, I was like,
That's
actually,
so sweet.
yeah. Well, you have to decide which friend is that. I'm not giving names. So yeah, then just trying to look into leadership now and sports. Like as a captain of high school, first team girls hockey, and you were a coach then. Like how has like sports shaped your leadership style and mindset stuff?
I think sports definitely played a big impact. You know, like you said, now when I was captain for the hockey team, it's like when you play a sport, a group sport, you really have to, like, that is the definition of teamwork, because so many things will happen where you'll want to blame yourself because you did something wrong in a game, and really being able to make sure us as a team realize that even if one person made a mistake, the outcome of that game was a team effort, you know.
Yes.
And then also being, I think, the empathetic point that was brought up now, I think empathy, I learned a lot of that in sports as well, because sometimes you just have a bad day, you have a bad game, and everything feels like it's going against you, and you have to be able to really pick that person up. And as a captain throughout that game, you have to be talking, you have to be watching the ball, but you have to be watching your team. You need to see who is not doing what they're supposed to do, who's not where they're supposed to be, who's a bit distracted right now, who needs a bit of support, who needs to move into this position, who needs to help over here, you know, like learning that on the field, being able to do that in real time on the field as well. Because I mean, you have that game, it's a 60-minute game or whatever the case may be, depending on the age and when we were playing and stuff. Like throughout that entire time, you have to be there, and you're also playing, you're also contributing, and you're tired, you know, and you need to do that.
And you, how are your knees? I have the hockey people have knee problems so, with time. Like, so how are your knees are still fine?
They're coping, you know, they're fine.
You do high rocks and everything, so I mean, they should be great.
No, they're still good. Like it's not like I stand up in the mornings and I'm like, oh, this is hard move. You know,
well, that's why it doesn't catch up with you.
So hopefully we'll be fine.
And then one thing I usually tell people is like they should get into anything physically challenging, you know. Like it's like those skills that you get from the physical activity, like are transferable into life in general.
Very.
You know, so like you said, like you become a team player, even at work, you have to be a team player.
Exactly.
So so anyone watching, try to get something. Go to the gym or come to Shola. She will take you to High Rocks I had this question I was going to ask you, but we mentioned like a team player. So on a creative side, I have one question. I was like, I'm not going to go into detail on it. The traumatic arts, you performing and stuff. The creative side, where is it coming from? Like, I just want to get like, how has the creative background influenced like your communication or like presentation skills? Yeah. Especially like in the technical project environment. Yeah.
I think with anything with creative subjects, especially the ones I did, so drama and music, you have to perform, you know, and I think, to be honest, at work, every time you have a presentation, every time you're talking to someone else, you're performing. You know, it really, really is a performance. And I think those skills, I translate that into work definitely. Where my creative side comes from, well, I don't know.
I mean, when you were young, you were singing on top of tables, like you were performing. Okay.
No, I'm thinking like, who are the family? Like, who did it come from? You know, like in terms of
I did this brick by brick.
But I think it's always been there. Like you said, like as a kid, it's always been there. Like I've always enjoyed performing, really, really enjoyed it. And it's helped me so much in work because it's been so I don't want to say, no, it's been easy. It's been easy to deal with things like presentations, like speaking in meetings and all of that, because I've had to do it in front of audiences I've never met.
I've done this before.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these skills are transferable.
Exactly. I mean, it's not the same case, but it's the same skill, 100%.
You'll see, like, when you do it once, okay, I did this before. Then you do it like it's a different audience. Okay, I just have to tweak it a bit.
Exactly.
And then it's still the same.
Exactly. So. And the thing is, you still get nervous in that, but you learn how to deal with those nerves because you've done it so many times. You know,
Yeah. So, fitness and discipline. I wasn't going to let this one slide. You completed your first Hyrox and training for a marathon, half marathon. So, this commitment to fitness, where is it coming from?
I think, so for one, I've always been, I started being very, very involved in sports from like grade 6, I think. I played hockey and netball in grade 6, in grade 7 and grade 8 and grade 9, hockey and netball. Then I stuck to hockey from grade 10 because it was too much, they clashed too much. So I was always active, you know, and then I came to varsity and I was like, okay, cool. I actually wanted to play hockey at varsity, and then COVID hit within a few weeks, so I didn't do it. And then COVID hit, and then I wasn't really doing much like at all, because we were stuck in our houses, and I'd never been the type to go to gym, so I couldn't even figure out what to do at home, you know, like gym workouts at home and
like
stuff.
I can't sit still. I need to be busy.
Like I didn't know what to do, right? So I was like, okay, so didn't do anything. And then by the time COVID ended, like I barely moved my body, and I was like, this is not okay. I need to do something. And after COVID, got back into fitness. So I think doing all the sports in school is already where it came from.
Okay.
And then I just carried on in a different way now because I wasn't playing sports anymore. So I had to translate somehow, and that became gym and then Hyrox. And now a half marathon.
Hyrox. You did with a friend?
Yes, I did.
You finished everything?
We finished it. It was...
balls to the walls, everything.
Everything. It was hard. When I tell you, it was like... So when we signed up for it, I kept seeing it pop up on my TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And then like, I was like, this thing looks hard, but I feel like I can do it. Like, not that I've never run more than like... I don't know, 10Ks in my life, but I thought I could do Hyrox, which is running in between all these exercises, right? And then she sent me a message and she was like, just taking a reach here. Like, would you be keen on doing the Hyrox? And I was like, it's like you read my mind. So that was my sign we're going to do it. And it was so funny. We weren't actually committed in the beginning. We were playing games, and then like it was approaching, and we had bought the tickets as well. Now you pay, and they were expensive. So now you pay, now you have to do it. So now we're like, okay, we actually have to start working on this thing. So we started training, and I think I actually really enjoyed the training because I did a lot of weight training when I started in the gym, not a lot of like functional and HIIT type of training. And when I started doing that, I was like, my body responds very well to this. I really enjoy this, you know, like I feel good after these sessions. And then now on the day, my word. So now we're excited and nervous and whatever. And then we start, and it's like, we're not even halfway through, and we're like, okay, we're still huffing and puffing, but we're like, we're still doing good. We're still fine. And then you get to like those burpees, and you're like, why did I do this? Where
was I going?
Did I choose to do this? But then like, before you know it, like I remember we were like, this is our last lap. Like this is our last run. Then it's those wall balls, which were intense. And then you run on the stage. And when I tell you, it was the best feeling in the world. Like, to be able to say we did this thing, and it was hard, but we were able to do something really, really difficult. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. This question, your answer to this will determine if we're gonna be best friends.
Oh my.
Gym session, morning or afternoon?
Morning.
Be best friends.
Okay.
But which gym do you go to?
Move.
Do you see her in the morning? I don't see her in the morning.
No, wait, guys, I can explain. I can explain. I do go, right? But it's just the past few weeks, it's been cold in the mornings, like, and it's so dark. So like
August now.
Yeah, so I'll get back into it. August was like yesterday, like it just started. Okay, so I'll be back.
Okay.
I will be back. No, I prefer in the mornings because it's quieter and it's like it gives me energy for the day. And
Yeah, it's just like after all the work, you come back. No, my thing was always I would give myself an excuse after work. I was like, yo, today was hectic at work. But now that thing is done, out of the way, so we're good. But thinking about high rocks and training for half marathon, like process engineer, leadership roles, being Jeff, intense physical training. Where's the balance coming from?
Hey, sometimes I can't find it. I don't want to lie to you. I think some days I have to tell myself that like you can't do everything today, like it's really fine. Like I try to get like with physical activity, like right now my goal is like 4 to 5 days a week. And sometimes that doesn't happen at all. But my vitality is my push right now because, trying to close that ring all the time. But I think the way I find balance is really listening to my body. Like one thing I've picked up a lot is if I'm doing too much, like whether it's too much at work or too much with working out or whatever, like my body reacts. I'll get sick or I oversleep a lot or stuff like that, so listening to my body is actually how I find that balance, is being able to say, you know what, okay, I'm not feeling too great, so I need to cut down on something today, but also like having a plan for all of these things, and sticking to that plan also helps, because I used to think like when trying to do all of these things, I used to think, how am I going to fit all of this? I don't have time. And then the minute I planned it and actually put it at the right points, it was like, I actually have time. Like I would have gone to gym in the morning, I would have gone to work, maybe spent that last hour or maybe the 1 hour in the day that I had a break working on maybe like Jeff stuff or whatever. And then I have my afternoon, but it's like when you don't plan, then suddenly all that time is gone.
What are you saying? If you don't, something about
fail to plan.
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yeah.
Simple. So which one? Hyrox was hell, you say. If you have to choose one, SWK or do a Hyrox again, which one?
I'd do a Hyrox again in a heartbeat. I'm not doing that module effort shit. I'm not. I've proven myself. I'm done.
Okay, I think I will love that course. Whoever came with that, I must meet them. Yeah, sure. But okay, looking back, what advice would you give your high school or first year university self?
I think I would tell her that, like, for one, you're doing well. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, don't worry that maybe you're not doing enough sometimes. Like, you really are doing enough. I think also telling her to... One thing that I still to this day struggle with quite a bit is being very intentional in my goal setting, and I think it hasn't been a problem in my life right now because I do set goals, but kind of like, at the back of my mind, and I know I want this goal, and then, but like really being intentional about it, like telling her to stop putting in the correct habits to get there. I don't think that because I've started trying to do that now, and I don't think it's too late to have started it now, but I mean, if she could have started, it's so fine.
You're not even 25.
Exactly. It's not late. But I think like really like, girl, you're doing good, and you're going to be so happy with what you will do in the next few years. And like never, like always staying true to you. Never think that because people feel some type of way or these people are upset because you're doing this and this and this. That has nothing to do with you. It really, really has nothing to do with you. Don't apologize
for being
that.
yourself. So, I see like it's a case actually that happens like with the young professionals in this environment. They do things to please others and not being true to themselves, or like, cut me out, fam. It's not
exactly. It's really not worth it.
But talking about the habits, like what habits or routines or mindset that have been most essential to your growth personally and professionally?
One thing, and it's something that I still work on every single day, is like, just do it. Like, I have a very bad tendency. So for example, with going to gym in the morning, it's like when that alarm goes off, just wake up. Just wake up. Everything else will fall into place, you know. And then also one habit that I've been putting in now, which is making my life so much easier, is like thinking of future me. You know, my friend actually, she phrased it like that the one day, that like, do stuff for future you to make your life easier. So packing lunch the night before, you know, and packing your gym clothes the night before, and making sure that you know what's going on in your day. Like, it's something one of my mentors had told me, is like, at the beginning of a week, like, yes, you may think you have so much to do, but taking up that hour just to say, let me plan, will help you so much, you know. And that's something that I've been working in a lot. And the weeks where I do it very consistently are the weeks where I feel like I'm flourishing. Like, everything just works when that happens. And it's like, when you think about it, it feels like such a small habit. Like, it doesn't feel like this big thing that you're doing, but it just changes so many things.
Very good. Well, I'm thinking about something when you mentioned that. I know if I miss my meal prep on Sunday. Oh boy. Oh boy. When I come back from the gym, the things that I normally do when I come back from work, the things that I normally do when I come back from work now, something has to give in. Exactly. Because now there's no food. There's no food. You can't do anything about it. So there's no food. Exactly. And then we're back to the office full time now. But anyway, sorry for another day.
But it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Like, have you experienced any moments of failure, self-doubt, and how do you come back from it?
One example that comes to mind is in varsity. In first year, second semester, we had this one module, EBN. And at the beginning of this module, I just couldn't catch it. I failed my first semester test. I think I was working on an average of like 30-40%. And it's halfway through the semester. I still remember after getting that mark, I went to my mom, I sobbed, I cried. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I keep failing this thing. It's halfway through the year. And right. And then later was able to bounce back from it. And which was wild because it ended up being one of my best marks that semester. How? I don't know. But I think that example, the reason I bring it up is one thing that helps me a lot with dealing with failure is, for one, allowing myself to feel the failure. You know, like, if you failed, you can be upset about it. Like, take time to be upset about it. Take time to deal with the fact that, it happened, you know. And then after that, that allows you a lot more space to not wallow in it without realizing that you're wallowing in it. Like, give it the time and attention that it needs. But once you've done that, now, okay, what are we doing to move forward and come back from this thing that happened?
You see, I'm thinking it's something like that. It applies to a lot of things. It can be personally, professionally. Like, if you failed at something, friendship failed, romantic relationship failed, or at work something, you couldn't get something done, internalize it.
Exactly.
Reflect on it.
Exactly.
Let it sink in. Feel all the emotions. Feel everything. And then move forward. Then if you're just gonna pack it back, it's gonna come back.
Exactly. And like 10 times bigger.
It's gonna haunt you.
Exactly.
And then when it happens, you start bleeding on people who didn't catch you. On when things happen, like, oh, why this thing is happening? And you just like that time when you sit back, like, okay, I didn't deal with this back then. Now it's manifesting.
Exactly.
So just like some of the things you just don't have to go through them to know like this thing is real. Just have to learn from people. So,
exactly.
So let's see. Closing in with this one. What's your vision for the next 5? It's an interview question.
Oh my.
What's your vision for the next 5 years? Professionally, personally, and athletically. Because someone. So give me one of each.
Okay. Vision for the next 5 years in terms of professionally, it's to grow a lot more technically and to start taking on, well, I've already started, but really grow into roles of leadership. There's that. And then in terms of personal, it's being consistent. That's actually been the theme of my year. This year is consistency and doing things to make my life easier, and just picking up habits that make me feel good, like that's personal life, definitely. And then in terms of athletic, it's that half marathon before the end of the year. I'm running a half marathon before the end of the year. I think definitely that. Yeah.
Okay. So another one word, right? When I say marathon, what comes to your head? One word. Pain, joy.
Stress.
Okay. Distinction.
Yay. I'm trying to think of a better word, like yay. I guess you can replace that with like joy or something.
Joy, okay.
Joy.
First years.
Interesting. Yeah.
High rocks.
Fun.
I rode never again.
I wanted to say that actually, but I was like, I can't say that. But actually, let me be real, it was fun.
It was fun.
And I mustn't lie, because I like saying I won't do it, and watch, I'm going to go do it.
Okay. Yeah, but just closing off, there's one I asked like your friends, because before, must be nice at work, huh?
Why?
With some gossips and everything from your friends from varsity. I wanted to bring that. I was like, it must be nice. Working with someone you were in class with, I was like, wow.
No, that definitely
you must be a lucky girl. Like, I was telling, I was like, you know what? I wish I was working with one of my boys from varsity, because it would be a mess. It would be a mess.
No, you see, that first morning, those first 10, 15 minutes in the morning.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Best.
Very, very fun time.
Yeah. But the message I wanted to leave with you was, it's been such a privilege to be your friend. I've enjoyed seeing you become the woman you are today, and I'm grateful to have you in my life.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Then, Mommy Dearest said, hey, what did Mommy Dearest say? So she just said, keep on pushing on who you are. Like I told you, like you will end up where you are destined to be, destined for greatness. So that was one thing. And then the other one from Kamla was it? It's not Layla. Oh yeah, from Layla. So she mentioned like you inspire her, and she misses you. And then she misses having you 24/7. And then she's like, tell her I love her. So that's her.
Love you too, friend.
And there's this one, but the other friend, I'm sorry, I saw it somewhere there, but yeah, that's it. So, but just closing off, I'm gonna pick.
Those are so sweet.
3 more.
My heart is so full. 3 again.
Yeah, 3 again.
Okay.
Make it quick. So
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Well, let me see. Oh, the famous one actually here that I usually ask. When are you getting married?
Let's give it. What year is it? 2025. I'm 24. Maybe in the next 3 years.
Okay, that was not the question, but okay. That's how you get people.
Oh my gosh.
If you had to choose only 3 words to describe yourself, what would you say?
3 words.
Yeah.
I would say motivated, dedicated, and trying to find a word that describes my love for being happy. Like I just at the end of the day, guys, just smile. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, joyful.
Joyful.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Okay. If you could have one dream come true, what would it be?
I don't know, like win the lotto. That would be great. But no, for real.
Keep betting on yourself. Maybe one day.
I think on that one, and I do believe it will come true, is to have something of my own, like business-wise. Yeah.
Okay. Last one. You pick this one. What is your favorite thing about our relationship? That's what
I would say, so many things to choose from. I would say.
Let me finish my watch. Might be another hour to this.
I know we both like going to gym in the morning.
Except that I haven't seen you, but okay.
I will be there.
You'll be there. Well, okay, cool. It's 8 o'clock at night. We've been shooting this, but thank you for having a chat with me.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a great pleasure chatting to your people and having a chat with you right now.
Yeah.
And then, no doubt, I can see it, like Mom said, destined for greatness. And you're taking these leadership roles, like use them, especially being in Jeff, utilize those connections that will come handy in future. So, and then keep doing what you're doing and keep taking care of yourself. Don't lose. You're very busier than me, actually. I did only 2 things. It was just running and rugby. So you did everything else. I was like, I don't know how you do it, but keep doing it. And then being joy to your friends, they like you. They appreciate you for who you are and stuff. And then one thing I said I'm going to tell you to stop doing, which is something I need to stop as well. The loyalty part. Tone it down. Tone it down. Some people don't deserve it. Tone it down.
Yeah.
But it was good having you here on the P Squared podcast. So, thank you. Any last words of wisdom to our people who will be watching this?
Last words of wisdom would be, if there's one thing about life, it's never that serious. Like life is serious and life is hard, but sometimes don't take it too seriously. That's one thing I believe. Like by the end of the day, you should go to bed. Whatever's on your heart, leave it.
Damn it. If you can't do anything about it, you should be free for your mind as well. So easy peasy. Okay, thank you. And we are out.
Thanks, Greg.
Cheers.